everyone, welcome to the introductory session of Aptitude lecture series. This is Karthik, I will be handling this course. I have been teaching Aptitude to the various students from the past 12 years. I have done my masters in Usmania University. Before start learning any topic, we should know the significance of learning it and what is the importance of learning it and what we gain by learning it. Coming to our topic Aptitude, by learning Aptitude we can gain the analytical and logical skills. As you know, in any of the competitive exams, we would be tested with the logical, analytical and the memory based skills. We have designed this course with the 30 different topics starting from the basics of number systems to the probability. Each session will be divided into two different parts. In the first part of the session, technical topic will be discussed, whereas in the second part, I will be discussing the general topic. The course videos will be available in two languages, English and Telugu. We hope this course will be helpful to all the students to crack their exams. In the introductory session, I would like to give the brief overview of two topics, trains and clocks. Let's get started with the course. Let me start with the basics of clocks. In any of the clocks, we will be having the two hands, hour hand and minute hand, short hand and the long hand. Both the hands of the clock rotates around the circumference of the circle in the angular momentum. Okay, let's assume both the hour hand and minute hand started at the point of 12 o'clock. How much time it will take to reach the same point? For the hour hand, it will take 12 hours to reach the same point, whereas for the minute hand, it will take 60 minutes to reach the same point. How much angle it will rotate? Both the hands will rotate 360 degrees to reach the same point. Okay? For the hour hand, it will take 12 hours to reach the same point. So, it has to travel 360 degrees to reach the same point. So, in 1 hour, how many degrees it will travel? It will travel 30 degrees. In case of minute hand, how much time it will take to reach the same point? It will take 60 minutes to reach the same point. So, in 1 minute, how much angle it will trace? 360 divided by 60, that is 6 degrees. Okay? For the hour hand to reach the same point, it has to traverse 12 hours. So, the angle traced by the hour hand in 1 hour is 360 by 12, that is 30 degrees. In the case of minute hand, it will take 60 minutes to reach the same point. So, for the minute hand, it has to trace 6 degrees in 1 minute. These are the basic concepts of clocks. By using these three concepts, we can solve any problems in the clocks. Okay? When the hour and minutes hands are 15 minutes apart, then what is the angle between them? 90 degrees. How many times it will happen in an hour? 2 times it will happen. Whereas, when minute hand and hour hand are 30 minutes apart, the angle between both the hands is 180 degrees. How many times it will happen? It will happen once in an hour. We may be asked questions with these two topics also. Okay, let's take an example. They may ask us to solve how many times the angle between the minute hand and hour hand are 90 degrees in a day. How we can solve that one? In an hour, we will get twice 15, when they are 15 minutes apart, the angle between those two are 90 degrees, right? So, how many hours in a day? 24 hours. So, in a day, how many times we will get? 24 into 2, 48 times we will get the 90 degrees angle between two hands. Okay, let me take few examples in the clocks and I will explain the concepts. Okay, let me take an example. What is the angle between hour hand and minute hand at the time of 4 hours 25? Before start doing the problem, we need to understand the problem thoroughly. We have given a statement that we need to find out the angle between hour hand and minute hand. Then what we need to find out? The angle traced by the hour hand in 4 hours 25 minutes and the angle traced by the minute hand in 25 minutes, and we need to find out the angle between them. So we need to subtract one from the other. Let me start with the hour hand. How many hours we have? Total hours 4 hours and 25 minutes. Per every hour we have 60 minutes. So 4 plus 25 by 60. That is 53 by 12 hours. total hours is 53 by 12 hours. We know, right? In 12 hours, the hour hand will trace 360 degrees. That means in 1 hour, how much angle it will trace? 360 by 12, 30 degrees. Total, how many hours we have? 53 by 12. So in 53 by 12 hours, how much angle it will trace? 53 by 12 into 30. That is 3 4 are 3 10s are 2 2s are 2 5s are. That is 265 by 2 degrees. This is the angle traced by the hour hand. Let me find out the angle traced by the minute hand. Angle traced by hour hand is 265 by 2. This is one equation we got. The second one, what we need to find out? Angle traced by the minute hand in 25 minutes. We know, right? In 60 minutes it will trace 360 degrees. That means in a minute how much angle it will trace? 360 by 60, that is 6 degrees. So how many minutes we have? 25 into 6, that is 150 degrees. What we need to find? The angle between those two. So angle between those two is, which is the bigger one? 150 minus 265 by 2. 300 minus 265 by 2. That is 35 by 2. 17.5 degrees. Let me recap the problem. What we have asked, actually, we have to find out the angle between hour hand and minute hand in the time of 4 hours 25. Then what we need to find? Angle traced by the hour hand and angle traced by the minute hand, and we subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. I hope you understood the problem. Let me take the second one. Let me give the overview of trains. Will you believe if I say we can solve any of the trains problem by using the single formula, that is velocity equal to distance travelled by the object by the time takes to travel. The unit for the velocities we know, right? Kilometer per hour or meter per second. There are 3 different combinations in the trains. We may be asked one of these 3 only. The first one is time takes to cross a stable object, either it may be a person or it may be a pole. How much time it will take to cross the person or pole by the train? That is one different problem. The other one is time takes to cross a platform. That is the second one. The third one is, if there are 2 trains, either they are traveling in the same direction or they are traveling in the opposite direction. How much time it will take to cross the other train? We may be asked in these 3 concepts. As I said, in order to solve any of the problems, we will use only this formula. Okay, let me take one example and try to explain the concept. Okay, I have taken one example. Time taken by a train of length 150 meters to cross a man standing on platform with speed of 50 meters per second. What we have given, the length of the train is 150 meters. This is one statement. Train length is 150 meters is one statement. And the other one is, the speed of the train is 50 meters. These 2 are the statements we have given. And what we were asked to solve, time taken by the train to cross a man. That is the question. How can we solve this one? As I told you, we can solve any problem by using the single formula, velocity equal to distance travelled by the time taken. In order to solve this problem, what we need to calculate? We need to calculate how much distance it has to travel to cross the man. Here, in case of man or pole, we need to neglect the size of the man or pole, because the size of the train is more compared to the man. So we need to consider only the length of the train. Okay, how much distance it has to travel to cross the man? It has started here, right? And that starting point should reach here, the ending point should reach here. That means how much distance it has to travel? It has to travel this much distance. What is this distance? It is the length of the train. That is the distance to cross the man. We know the length of the train, right? The distance travelled by the train is 150 meters. That is the length of the train. And we know the velocity. Velocity is 50 meter per second. What we were asked to solve? Time taken to travel. We know this formula, right? Velocity is equal to distance travelled by time. So time is equal to distance by the velocity. We know the distance 150. We know the velocity 50. How much time it will take to cross a man? 3 seconds. I hope you understood the problem. Let me recap it. What is the question actually? We were asked to solve the time taken by the train to cross a man. We have given with two statements. One is the length of the train is 150 meters. The second one is speed of the train is 50 meters. How much distance it has to travel to cross the man? The length of the train. We know the distance and we know the velocity and we have calculated the time. By this way you can solve any problems in the train. I hope you have enjoyed the class. Let's meet in the next class.